Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Amanda Peterson. I'm the Director of Early Childhood at KSDE. I hope that you're enjoying a great start to your school year, and I'm here today to share some of the program updates from our team with all of you. First and foremost, here on your screen is a list of our KSDE early childhood team members, and in the right-hand side, you can see what each of us are responsible for. We always love to hear from you. We love to hear about what's happening in your community. We're here and available to answer any questions or to put heads together and think through issues that you might be having or how you might best be able to serve young children and their families in your community. So please do feel very welcome to reach out to us at any point as we can be helpful. The best way to stay connected with our team is to join the Early Learning Listserv. You can do that by emailing Becky Strom, and Becky's email is here on the screen. You can also visit our KSDE Early Childhood webpage by going to www.ksde.org and selecting E for Early Childhood Programs. This webpage includes our 2021-2022 events calendar for early childhood programs and monthly early childhood program updates, as well as other resources that relate to early childhood budgeting. I'll talk about our August monthly early childhood program updates now. So here, you can see here our August early childhood program updates. To start, we have a new resource in response to requests from many of you for a handy calendar of deadlines and other pieces that would be useful for early childhood program administrators. That resource is now posted on our KSDE early childhood webpage, and we welcome any feedback you might have about how we can make that more useful to you. And if you haven't checked it out already, you might take a look at the KSDE School Finances online budget packet webpage, which includes handy calendars of both payment information and other KSDE deadlines. On a similar note, the beginning of the year includes many important deadlines as it relates to reporting students in the kids collection system. It's really important that early childhood programs make sure and work with district data staff to make sure that district early childhood data is reported correctly. This allows you to make sure that you're receiving any associated school finance formula funding from preschool students, and it also is important in making sure that you're complying with KSDE early childhood grant requirements, specifically the Kansas Preschool Pilot Grant Program and the Kansas Parents as Teachers Grant Program. There are some helpful resources that are listed here. You definitely don't want to miss the KSDE Fiscal Auditing's Counting Kids workshops to make sure that you are correctly reporting students on count day. And the KSDE Fiscal Auditing webpage also now includes the enrollment handbook for the upcoming school year. The KIDS 2021-2022 file specification document is now available on the KIDS website. So if you use a template or a spreadsheet to upload children to the KIDS collection system, you want to make sure that you're using the correct file specifications. And then finally, the KSDE training portal provides an early childhood and KIDS system module that you can use to be able to make sure that you understand how to upload early childhood students into the KIDS collection system. As we were working through some of these pieces, we did identify a potential reason that you might be receiving an error for students who are enrolled in both preschool and Kansas Parents as Teachers. To be very clear, yes, students can be enrolled in both preschool programs and Kansas Parents as Teachers programs. You do want to make sure that the settings for a building in the directory updates application are correct. The Kansas Parents as Teachers building must be marked as serving Kansas Parents as Teachers grade levels. So you can make sure that you have the appropriate grade levels marked in the directory updates application. If these are unmarked in the directory, then the KIDS collection system will reject those Kansas Parents as Teachers students. We include in our program updates key dates for the 2021 kindergarten readiness snapshot. We trust that all of you know that accredited schools are required to administer the ASQ to incoming kindergarten students by September 20th and upload all data, including any pending family access screenings, by October 11th. My colleague Jordan Christian will be recording another Hot Topics video that dives into this in more detail, and if you have any questions, you can feel very welcome to reach out to him. For our state preschool programs, many of you know that the Kansas State Board of Education has already approved the associated funding for this current school year. So information about that is here on your screen. And it's really important as you are working to make sure that you are combining funding across funding sources and effectively utilizing the funds that you have available, that you check out the early childhood budgeting resources that we've posted to our early childhood webpage. This will be particularly important if you are planning to apply for the Kansas Kansas Preschool Pilot Grant for the 22-23 school year, and I'll be recording a separate Hot Topics video that walks through how to use this preschool revenue calculator and budget template tool that applicants will be using so that they can demonstrate that they're first using all available sources of other district funding before they request grant funding to supplement any gaps. For early childhood special education, you don't want to miss that recorded sessions from the 21 KSDE TASN Summer Leadership Conference are now posted to the TASN webpage. These are fantastic resources as you're working to understand your early childhood special education data, particularly your data as it relates to Indicator 6 for preschool environments and the extent to which preschool students with disabilities receive their services in the least restrictive environment. We're working with many districts to improve in this area, and so if you are interested in receiving some support, we would encourage you to listen to those recorded webinars and then connect with Julie Rand for additional questions and support. Some important Kansas Parents as Teachers updates. The 2021 Virtual Kansas Home Visiting Conference will be on September 27th and 28th. We've already discussed the important piece around potential errors that you might be experiencing in the kids' collection system. And then we do really want to thank a work group that continues to meet and reflect on how we as an agency allocate Kansas Parents as Teachers funding. So many thanks to the members of that work group. And if you have any questions about that work, you can feel welcome to reach out to members of the work group or contact NIS. You can note that Kansas Parents as Teachers virtual office hours will be held the third Thursday of each month from 2 to 3 p.m., and NIS can share the link if you need it. Our State Interagency Coordinating Council is kicking off their new year and is working through their new strategic plan for the work that they will do for the upcoming year. If you are interested in getting connected with this work, you can feel welcome to contact Jordan Christian. Our Kansas Early Childhood Recommendations Panel is our state advisory group that advises on the All In for Kansas Kids strategic plan and supports the Kansas Children's Cabinet and Trust Fund in their role. This is really the place where we can take a step back and take a look at our overall early childhood system in the state. So if you're interested in learning more about that group, or if you have feedback and would like to help inform the work that we're doing at a state level to improve early childhood services in a comprehensive way, I'd encourage you to visit the kschildrenscabinet.org website and select About at the top of your screen and navigate to the Early Childhood Recommendations Panel materials so that you can learn how you can get involved. And then at the end of each early childhood updates, we'll include other KSDE updates, upcoming professional learning, and news you can use. For any of our partners who might be listening to this update, we're always happy to add information here that you might be providing, whether that is professional learning opportunities or others. I won't go through all of this today, but you can feel welcome to visit our webpage to scroll through these and to see what might be helpful. I will highlight that we do hold webinars every other Wednesday at noon that relate to the Kansas Early Childhood Systems Building work. So these All In for Kansas Kids webinars are great opportunities to stay tuned to what's happening at the state level, in addition to the regular email updates that we send out through that project. We're working with our KSDE fiscal colleagues to plan a September 8th webinar that will highlight opportunities for districts to use federal COVID relief dollars to support young children. So if that is something that is of interest to you, I'd encourage you to visit the Kansas Children's Cabinet and Trust Fund website and scroll to the bottom to sign up for email updates. Thanks so much for joining us today. My email is Amanda Peterson, apeterson@ksde.org. If you have any questions or pieces that you'd like to think through or request for technical assistance, don't hesitate to be in touch with our team. Take care.